Hello, travelers. This is your Earth Triad reading for the sun signs of Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn for January 2024. This will be a general reading, and so I would like for you to check back to your moon and rising signs. They're all triad readings, meaning they cover 3 signs, but check back anyway, because sometimes those stories can resonate better than the sun sign. If you'd like to get a personal reading, you don't have to wait until I do a reading to see what's going on. You can always contact me by going to the About box section of my channel. There I have listed the number of minutes, the number of questions, and the price of my reading packages. Simply contact me at the address on the screen there. Can I point? I never could point. Right there at hiddenlotustarot@gmail.com. Usually my turnaround time is 48 to 72 hours. I will contact you back, and I think that's all I have to say about that. I have to hurry today so I can get outside and prepare my yard for the freezing temperatures that are coming. I'm going to select just a few plants that I really like to keep, and the rest of them I'm going to sacrifice to the cold. I have to. I can't do it all, So I have with me today the Radiant White deck, the La Vida Sibila for clarification, and we will wrap the reading up with an angel answer card. Okay? I have already done some meditation and shuffling on the earth glyph, and we will go ahead and turn the camera around so that we can get started. My aphasia is acting up really bad today. That's where I try to come up with words and I can't remember what I'm trying to say, so you will forgive me. So let's go ahead and shuffle the cards a little more. I like you guys to see me shuffling the cards. There's some tarot readers when they open the camera and they open the spread, they already have the cards selected, so you don't know if what they're saying is true or not. So I like for you guys to see me dealing the cards. Okay. And we're going to cut. This will be a 9-card spread. Here we go. The first card out is the 10 of Cups. The 3 of Swords. Oh. The third card down is the Knight of Swords. There is some message that is coming from the future into the past that is going to upset the family or family unit or your happiness. The Queen of Wands. The Page of Pentacles. Now I have 3 court cards. The Ace of Wands. Last row down, the 10 of Swords. The 5 of Wands. And finally, the 10 of Pentacles. That's an unusual spread. I don't have any cups in the spread. So what is over the whole reading? The Magician. I don't have any major arcana either. So this tells me in the spread, it tells me that this is on a mundane level. The overall energy is a major arcana card. So there is or can be a spiritual lesson in this. So what do I have in the middle? I have, let me tell you what I have on the board. I have 1, 2, 3 swords. Those represent thoughts, perceptions, communications, beliefs, and ideas. I do have a cup. 1 cup. Cups represent the emotional quotient of the situation. 3 wands, which represent your focus, your determination, your passion. And the pentacles, 2 of them I have. And pentacles can represent either finances or the doing of something. It represents the third dimension. I also have 3 tens. You see that right there. So it's always important when numbers repeat themselves. So the cards are read past, present, future, and the interplay of the cards. Right in the center, I have the page of coins. Now, most of the time, pages and knights only represent messages for me. And the page is like a low-level message. It is an entry message, a small message that comes in. This message either has financial implications or it means that you're going to have to do something. Okay? Here at the top, across the row, the 10 of Cups. It represents happiness, family vacations, enjoyment, the ability of everybody to have everything they ever wanted. Look at the card. You see a family scene. The kids are playing. The couple is like, look at all the stuff we have. There's a house. The fields are green and verdant. There is a stream. Everything everyone can ever want. Okay? Healthy, happy children. But it's a 10. And 10s are changing energies. So it's going to change into maybe an Ace of Cups. Something new. Something new that you will feel emotional about. Right now at the top, that says that you are very happy. But the way that the energy is traveling is this way. So we have next to the 3 of Swords, we have the 3 of Swords next to the 10 of Cups. And the 3 of Swords is about miscommunications, arguments, upset, a feeling of someone stab you in the heart. So basically it is the idea that somebody said something, or something was communicated to you, or someone thinks about you in a certain way that's painful to you. But there's a sense of vision in the card that says sometimes things have to hurt in the short term in order for you to gain in the long term. It also represents a message coming through. And we see that with the Knight of Swords. Now, Knights represent events brought about through some type of communication. This Knight holds a sword, so we know that it is a message or a thought or a belief or an idea that it's coming from the future into the past. So I would say maybe within a week, you might receive some news that upsets you. I would like for you to look at the card. See how the clouds are all askew, kind of crooked across the card here? They go diagonal. And the trees are bent back. And the horse is in full gallop. And his clothes are flying. He's charging ahead. So this message, I think, will come quickly, swiftly, and unexpectedly. Now, on the second row, I have the Queen of Wands. Even though this is for earth signs, we could all assume the different qualities of the different suits at any given time. So, for instance, this queen is considered to be the entrepreneurial queen. Maybe she has a business that she runs. Maybe she is quite flirtatious, quite sexy and sexual, and not afraid of using her sexuality to get what she wants. And typically, this says this female has a lot of things going on at one time. Yes. Over here, we have the Ace. Incidentally, she is holding the Ace of Wands. So over here, all aces are yeses. So this says that something new will come in. It might be a new passion, a new project, because normally the aces represent work, but it's just how much you are passionate about something. But I always try to remind people that fear and anger are passionate emotions, right? It's something new. I don't know what it is, but here, next row, last row, we have 2 tens and flanking a 5. So this is saying that there is something that either you were surprised by, or ambush, or someone drove the knife in and it really hurt up here. But it's a 10. It says that the crisis point has been reached. I think what this is, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I think this is a sudden passing of someone, and you get the news, and it hurts, and it's a surprise. But this says that it's the darkest before the dawn. I think you may have to travel, maybe to a funeral or to a hospital or something like that. The reason why I mention a hospital is because the figure has swords stuck all through his back. So sometimes this is indicative of someone with pain or injuries to their spine, their hip, their lower back, their upper back, their neck, even their head. And the sunlight here says that this is the darkest before the dawn. Or maybe it might be a legal issue that arises out of this, even though I don't have any cards that speak to this. All I know is that suddenly it's a 5, and 5s represent ups and downs, challenging times, and this card can be fighting like children, fighting over children, fighting around children, like children. It can speak to the fact that someone is playing head games with you, and also ask you to don't be afraid to state the facts and get to the truth. Because Over here, we have the card of generational money, the 10 of Cups. Look at the card. It shows everybody has a place. There's two people. There's a child. There's an old man. There are even dogs in the photograph. And that implies being around a group of people that you are comfortable with. And it says that maybe there is a family business that you are involved with, that there's money for generations to come. But sometimes this card to me talks about the possibility of legacies, what you want to leave, what you want to be known for. You know, success is very personal to everyone. Maybe success to you could be having a 5,000 square foot house and a bunch of fancy cars in the driveway. Whereas for someone else, success can be their first child going to college. So it's very personal. They're the first person in the family going to college. So it's very personal. Never let anyone tell you what success should be for you, because we all have different dreams, we all have different needs, and therefore success is what you want it to be, not what somebody tells you it is. Right? Now, the Magician says, as above, so below. And this kind of ties into the Swords because it's about thoughts. Nothing. Unfortunately, I checked all the cards to see if, and I wasn't recording. But what I can tell you is 2 tens represent a career change for the better. But 3 tens indicate arguments over money matters. And we see that right here. So I think what this is saying, you're going to have to restart about something. I don't know what it means. It's something that will definitely affect the family. And family can be anything that you consider to be family. Anybody that you consider to be family. A group of people. And I have a feeling that the news will come as a shock to you. A real shock. Perhaps this person is the Queen of Wands, is the head of this family group or business group. The message is that yes, this is going to be shocking and painful. And that there will be some kind of legacy, perhaps an inheritance. Maybe not a lot of money, but an inheritance. But there are going to be arguments about it. There are going to be people that don't want you to do whatever it is you have to do, whether that is receiving money or becoming the head of, let's say, the family. There are going to be arguments. I'm going to pull cards on the 10 of Swords and see what it has to say. Let me shuffle these a little more. I don't want to scare anybody, but sometimes this card can represent a cardiorespiratory illness. So maybe you get news that someone has had a heart attack. Leggerezza. This means that you have misjudged a situation. Okay? With carelessness, you trusted somebody you shouldn't have, or you're about to trust somebody that you shouldn't. Dispiacere. Look at the card. It says you will receive some kind of message. It doesn't tell me what the message is about. See the letter there on the table? It just says it's a message that will hurt too quick. It's going to hurt. Because you misjudge a situation, I think. And the Suspirity. The card of tears, anxiety, and waiting. You feel as if you've been left behind. But the problem doesn't come from the ship sailing away from which the figure is faced. It's projected into the future. The discordant energy. See the arrow? This tells you that something is going to come up that is going to be quite upsetting and disturbing. It's a fear of projection into the future. So if this situation fits you and you get the news, or you know that you are going to have to put up a fight, I say don't be afraid. You have all the tools necessary to do the job. Now let's pull an angel answer card before my camera shuts off again. And let's pull a card to see what the angel answers have to say. No. And that's a final no. I don't know what question you had for it or what you were thinking, but this says the final no. There is nothing more to read. That's the end of it. Okay? So that is what I have for you, Earth signs. I hope that this was helpful for you. And until next time, I'll see you later in the week.